Welcome to my channel. I'm Nick Haralambous. I am a startup specialist. I've been building startups since I was 16 and side hustles for that long. And today I want to talk about blogging as a side hustle. I, for many years, have been blogging since 2004 or 5, whatever year WordPress came out. That was when I started blogging. And I consider it one of my lifelong side hustles. But opposed to what the internet will tell you, blogging is not a direct source of income for many bloggers. I would argue that those who make money from blogging are the exception that proves that you can, but it is not for everybody. There are some things that you need to understand about blogging. And I'm going to tell you about one of my websites / blogs that I started a few years ago called SA Rocks. It was a blog that posted positive news about South Africa every single day for about 5 years. It was laborious and intense, and this is the thing that they don't tell you about blogging up front. Blogging will not make you money on day one. In fact, I can't think of a side hustle that will generate meaningful income for you after one day of doing it. Blogging specifically is extremely complicated and difficult to make money from. You have to understand how to set a blog up. That is easy these days with Wix and Squarespace and WordPress and Blogger and all of the myriad options that you have. But then you have to start writing, and you have to think about the content, and you have to actually consider all of the possibilities of the things that you can write in the world, and then pick an area of interest or an area of authority, and then write about that area of authority frequently so that you can become an expert. And then when you're an expert, you have to find traffic, and when you have traffic, you have to figure out how to make money from that traffic. And therein is the complicated and long journey of turning a blog into a side hustle. Obviously, I still do it, so I think that it's worth doing, but not because it helps me directly make revenue. The ways that you can monetize a blog: you can sell ads on that blog, you can sell subscription services, you can pay to play. There are lots of sponsorship opportunities if you get big enough, but it is a hard slog. You have to really love writing to want to start a blog as a side hustle. And I'm not convinced that everybody who wants to start a blog actually does enjoy the act of writing. And these days it's become quite a competitive sport. So you have to understand search engine optimization, and you have to understand structure of articles. You have to understand distribution, and marketing and advertising and customer delivery of your platform. It's a complicated beast. So the long and short of this is, if you want to start a blog as a side hustle, that's a great idea. The best time to have done that was 10 years ago. The best time after that is today. And the length of time you have to do it is for a very long time. You cannot start writing a blog today and expect to make money from it this week or next month, and more likely next year. There is a chance that you will shoot the lights out and smash it. And with SA Rocks, I did post every day. And over a period of time, it became a really well-read blog. I had 40,000 unique visitors a month at one point, and the most I ever made was about 5,000 Rand a month in advertising revenue from a challenger bank that is no longer in existence. And that lasted about 12 months, and then it went away. But the offshoot value of holding a blog in place and writing every day is immensely valuable. I can't actually quantify it. I have gotten speaking gigs from my blogs. I've gotten interviewed in the media. I've gotten business opportunities. So there is peripheral value, but it isn't the traditional idea of a side hustle where you write and then you get paid. That is a freelance writer. That's a different thing. Writing a blog for yourself is just about pumping out content every single day, or as often as you can, because you love the content and you love writing. And then perhaps at some point there will be some peripheral value. If you want to make money from writing, that's great. That's a side hustle worth doing. You can go into Upwork.com, you can go into Fiverr.com, you can go on to all sorts of platforms and offer your services up at a price. People will hire you to write things, and then you write them and you get paid. Or you can become a freelance writer and go to media outlets and organizations, go to people who need writers and copywriters. That's great, but that is not a blog. A blog as a viable side hustle to generate income for you in a meaningful period of time is a complicated endeavor. And I would only suggest it for people who really aren't looking to make money immediately, but are looking to build their area of expertise up and become an expert in the public domain, where people can then go and find you and figure out all the other things that they can do to pay you for your services and your talents. SA Rocks lasted for a long time. It did what it needed to do, and over a period of time, it started to become more trouble than it was worth. So I shut it down. I still write at nickharolambis.com whenever I can, and I still do a lot of freelance writing for media organizations just because I enjoy it. That is my journey with blogging, and if you're considering starting a blog as a side hustle, I implore you to do it. I think it's a great idea. Just expect it to be a really slow burn, and expect to spend a lot of time reading, researching, and writing with nobody engaging in your content, because it takes a long time for search engines to index you and optimize your blog, and then to get read and found and shared. My suggestion is, if you love writing and you want to be read a lot, pick a platform where you've got the most exposure. It could be Instagram, it could be Facebook, and start writing there. If you like this video, please like and comment, share and subscribe to my channel. If you're reading this and you do have a blog, comment below. Tell me about your blog. Let me help you get some exposure on that. Find me on LinkedIn, tweet me, and let's get some traffic to your blogs and make your writing a little bit more engaged. For now, go out and start something.